everybody. Welcome to Coming Up Roses. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kelly, and today is Sunday, May 14th, 2023. It is Mother's Day.
And we're back. We've been gone
We're
a
back.
little bit.
Welcome to episode 93.
Yeah.
It was March 20-something the last time we put an episode out.
Yeah, no, we sorry for the long delay, folks, but we've had a lot of stuff going down. We had company Kim from out of town. We had Uncle Jerry and Aunt Karen come in.
And as you can see, our new studio is the guest bedroom.
Yep, and we're working on getting some more stuff in here for y'all to look at. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there that watch our show. We know we at least got what, 4 or 5, right? So
Sure.
yeah.
I mean, most of the women we know are mothers. So.
That's right. So and let's see what else is going on.
That's it, folks. We'll see you. It's been hard. Kevin's schedule changed, threw everything kind of out of whack because we were on a schedule of recording on a certain day of the week, and then that all changed. And
I work Saturdays. I work 10-hour shifts, which it's kind of unusual. I got 3 days off, but it's like Thursday, Friday, which you're working, and then I work Saturday, which is when we used to do most of our recordings, and then I'm off Sunday, which is today. And today we were, we went and we had a nice breakfast with your mom, and we went to at home to look for more stuff. So
the other thing is we've been there's just been a lot going. I've been super tired because work's been stressful.
Yeah.
And so on the weekends, and it's been like this for a long time for me, but Saturdays are like a recovery day. Like, I feel like on Saturdays, all I want to do is sleep and catch up on sleep and watch TikTok and Facebook and then sleep. Like, I am in like a crazy cloudy zone on Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, because that's the only weekend day we have together now, whereas before we had 2 days off.
Yeah.
Now we only have one, so anything we want to do together all has to get packed into Sunday. And it's just been hard. Plus, I got this awesome gift for my birthday, the solo stove. And so we've been
doing
burning bonfires in the backyard and sitting by them at night. And
it's nice. It's real nice.
Yeah.
Easy clean up. It's not difficult to get anything going in there. It's nice.
Loving it.
We also discovered a good new Mexican restaurant that we love. Been there a couple times.
Which is a sure indication that 1 year from mark the date, because we're about to say this in public to a vast audience of maybe tens of people. We like this restaurant a lot, which means that it probably won't survive.
Yeah,
we tend to do that to restaurants we really, really like. They tend to take a lot of
where we talked about the ones that we shut down. So,
but this is a really nice Mexican restaurant, and there was one Friday where I was so over it. I texted Kevin, and I'm like, when you pick me up from school, we're going straight to the Mexican place, and I'm going to drink margarita. And I maybe drink a margarita twice a year. Like, I don't maybe drink alcohol twice a year, honestly.
Yeah.
And
you've been catching up though, because you've done.
I've had margaritas 3 times since our last podcast.
Yeah.
If that tells you anything. It was so good.
Yeah.
And
the place is real nice. It's got a nice atmosphere. We go when it's like
not really super
quiet.
Crowded, and it's not really loud. And our favorite Mexican place before that got great food, but it's packed all the time and they rush you in and out.
Yeah.
So like you sit down and
your food's
almost there before you order it.
Yeah.
It's there within minutes, which can be great, but then you really seriously feel the pressure to be like,
oh, we got to get out of here. You're in and out. You're parked right up front, in and out in usually less than an hour, which,
this place we get to sit and relax and take our time, and you never feel rushed. People are awesome.
Yeah.
The food is really good. We even went on Cinco de Mayo. Granted, we got there at the Great Hair Special, the Great Blue Plate Special time.
That's what we're learning.
And they were a little busy, but it was, I mean.
But it's called Grand Maya. It's on General Booth.
Yeah, it's good.
So it's
Don't
very
tell
good.
people, because then, well, I guess tell people, either it'll become so crowded we can't get in there, or it'll go out of business.
I did a Yelp review and they did it did pretty well.
On our new computer setup here, Kevin got, finally, he's been working from home for Cox for 10 plus
10
years.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when the pandemic hit, everybody started working from home. And they sent those people with computers and monitors.
They actually told them, you're abandoning call center, grab your computer and the monitors and we'll work it out. So they emptied the call center in under a week, and people brought their shit home, and then they, try to work it out. And they did, but then they realized that it's not the most secure thing. So they worked out what they call a thin client, which is essentially just a browser on a
It's a Chromebook.
Yeah. It's just something that's maybe yay big and maybe that thick. And it has, they sent it to me, but it didn't have the connectors for this monitor. So this monitor I have.
Kevin's got like a 27 or 30-inch monitor here.
Yeah. Oh,
anyway, all that just to say, Kevin got a new computer system for work, which gave us his nice computer system to put back in the guest room, which we're now recording on rather than recording on my laptop.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm not digging is how he looks very focused and I look fuzzy. He says it's because I'm sitting too far back.
We just gotta mess with it. We gotta mess. Maybe we'll dig out the
other camera. Maybe we'll try the other camera.
Yeah, figure it out. We're a little blurred. So you could be like Sasquatch. Everybody thinks Sasquatch is like just running real fast, but maybe he's just fucking blurred.
Yeah, I'm not running fast. So there is that. Yeah. So we're trying to get, we're decorating this room up a little bit, trying to give some more beachy kind of background, which we're working on. We've got a couple things we got to put up on the walls in here. And
we got your mom, what we got her for Mother's Day, she liked for a whole lot, but we're probably going to figure out how to put it back there.
She likes pelicans. So we got her this really cool pelican. We've got some shelves to put in and, just that kind of stuff. So, let's see, catch you up on the intermittent fasting. Probably haven't seriously done that since our last episode. I got sick.
Yeah.
The beginning of March, and I stayed sick for a really long time.
Not COVID.
Not COVID, but I had
she checked
cold and and I had to eat in the morning so I could take medicine so I could work. Because if I didn't take medicine in the morning, I would not have made it through.
Because I think actually COVID did a number on your immune system. It used to be your immune system was top.
I would kick a cold out in a week. And this one went on for 4 weeks.
Yeah,
and it's still lingering here and there.
Yeah.
So I got kind of off the fasting thing just because I had to eat and the schedule's being so crazy, and it's very stressful to try to have dinner ready by his dinner hour, which is 4:30 when no one else wants to eat at that time. And I'm trying to lose weight. Dad's trying to gain weight. It just becomes
it's a
very difficult to figure out the food situation. But I've been maintaining, although I haven't been great this week and I've been eating a lot of stuff I haven't, and I'm kind of feeling it. So tomorrow I'm going back hardcore on the fasting because I, aside from losing the weight, which is good, I had some blood work done, which is a whole story. We always have a story about blood work.
Yeah. I went to Dr. Bev and I had a real good appointment with Dr. Bev. My A1C is down. My weight is hovering, so I got to do something about that. But yeah, I mean, we haven't been great with the dieting and whatnot.
No, I just ate a Krispy Kreme donut on the way back here.
I mean, just between having company in town and all the stress eating that we're doing, because it's
stress eating. April is the new May in my life right now. So, or May now stretches for 2 months rather than just 1 month.
Yeah.
I had blood work done Friday, my yearly. That took a lot longer than it should have, and 3 needle sticks and a special person they had to call in, and they tried me right here and couldn't get anything. And so I said, just take it from my wrist. Oh God, no, you don't want that. And I'm like, Really, I do, because I'd rather have that than you stick me a bazillion times. So they got this phlebotomist to come, and she was able to get a vial and a half here and then a vial and a half here. But my liver numbers, my enzymes, which were high 2 years ago, went through tons of testing, and they found out, that I had fatty liver disease. My liver enzymes were all elevated up in the 70s or whatever. Those numbers are down now to 15, which is the low end of normal. And my A1C was 5.5. So those numbers were great. And I put that all onto the fasting and, watching, not that I don't eat much sugary stuff.
We got an appointment with Jones on Friday coming, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What?
No.
She's upset.
Just a HIPAA violation. You just announced my doctor's name out there.
Well, everyone knows we go to Jones. We've said his name many times. We've told stories about how he what are you doing, baby girl?
She wants to get up on a bed, but
get up there.
Can't jump up there too high.
Get up there. You can make it.
You can make
it. Anyway, so yeah, we got that going on. And what else? Anything? I can't think of anything.
This is also another reason why it's been hard to do a podcast, because there hasn't really been anything worth getting on here. And
if we were a news podcast, it'd be different, because there's always crazy shit happening in the news lately, but we're not doing all that.
Not doing all that.
Not doing all that. We're going to play around the fake news.
We did watch a really good, funny show on Prime called The Jury Duty, which my sister was like, you have to watch this.
Yeah, it's also available on something called Freevee, which is TV that's free, download streaming, but you have to watch ads, which, they wasn't all that bad.
No, it's like 2 or 3 ads.
2 or 3 ads per episode.
The premise of the show is it's a documentary on a jury that's sitting for this civil trial. And it starts with jury selection, like the jury pool, then jury selection, and goes all the way through the trial to the verdict. And everyone on the show is an actor, except for one guy who thinks he's really on a legit jury. And
a documentary.
If you know Joe Schmo from years ago, there was a show called Joe Schmo, which was like a reality TV, like Big Brother type of show, and they were all actors except for one guy. She really wants to get on the bed. Look at her.
Get up there, baby.
You can do it, Tilly. Go on, baby.
Oh,
yay! She did. Look at her. She's gonna put herself in the center frame.
There we go. Good girl. But James, the only recognizable actor in it is James Marsden. If you're familiar with the X-Men films, he played Cyclops. If you've seen his face, he was in the Sonic movies. He's been in a ton of stuff. He's actually a highly underrated actor, but he
played himself.
Fantastic. Yeah, he played James Marsden in this show, and it was, and I mean, the guy recognized him, of course, and then it was like he was just on the jury as an alternate. And
they ended up getting sequestered because James Marsden was trying to get out of jury duty, and so he called the paparazzi.
Yeah.
And the paparazzi showed up. So then the judge was like, well, now we have to sequester you if the paparazzi is going to be around. And so they ended up getting sequestered in a hotel. It's just really funny. It's only like 8 episodes. The last episode is all the reveal to the guy, though.
Yeah. But it was hilarious. And the guy was great. The guy was like a legitimately
just stellar human being.
Yeah. He's just a really, really good guy. But it had some of the funniest shit in it. I mean, laughing, you had to pause it because you were laughing too much. It was great. Oh, Tim.
She has found a way to make her presence on the podcast.
There she is.
There she is. Yeah, so we watched that, and we of course have been keeping up with Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
Which is just a great show.
I really like Ted Lasso. There's just well-written characters, not just Ted, but everybody from the the head all the way down to
is very well
cowboy has got he's likable. Why are you pissed? Why are you pissed?
I was really hoping it wouldn't happen. Tilly, come here. Come here. Come here.
All right, I gotta open the door. Give me a second. Damn it.
Oh, big head.
I know. Tiny big head. All right, all right. All right, I'm gonna let you out. Let you out. Go on. Go, 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 go.
She's not gonna guess.
Ah,
Oh, she's a
right
mess.
outside.
It's outside,
She's outside
yeah.
of the window.
She is a mess.
Our guest room is right outside of that window.
That
there.
window
It's
overlooks
the-
our deck in the back.
Yeah, and I always worried that when we have guests, because if she goes out in the middle of the night, I have to turn on what I call Broadway, which is all of our big lights in the backyard, and the most of them, a good number of them are going out. So we're gonna Thursday. I got to replace them with the ones we bought today. That'll be fun. And your mom wants us to illuminate the actual deck at the bottom. If I picture in my head what she's talking about, right? I think I do, but
I had to just check out of that whole
yeah,
thing because I was just like, whatever.
I'll figure it out.
Always something that more we have to do.
Yeah, well, she
wanted us to put the fire pit, go ahead and put it down on the bottom, but that grass is still growing in, and I don't want to be sitting in a mud puddle while I am,
yeah,
for one, trying to get the grass to grow, and two, enjoying the thing when I'm out there with, just got to give it time for the grass to grow. I can't make the grass grow any faster than it's growing.
Yeah.
Which isn't that fast.
Even though it says it grows twice as fast. I don't know. Maybe I gotta look for one of
We're
those.
supposed to plant grass in the fall.
Yeah.
Part of the problem.
Did we throw it down too early, you think?
Being that we threw it down in March.
Well,
Yeah.
March is
In the fall, March is in the fall?
March is spring, right?
Yes, baby.
Right.
But you're supposed to plant grass in the fall.
Oh. Well, why they put it out in fucking
Because
March?
people plant it whenever they want to, but it grows best if you plant it in the fall.
That's fucking bullshit. I don't know. That pisses me off.
Well, I didn't engineer grass seed, so
I'm trying to be more like handy, and I've had some success, but I'm failing way more than I'm succeeding. But
well, that's because no matter what gets done, there's always that next thing that needs to get done.
Yeah. Like the next thing I got, mom wants dad to come up the back steps now. So the next thing I'm doing,
because we did put a ramp.
Yeah, Uncle Jerry and Aunt Karen brought
from the house onto the deck, so there's a ramp there now.
Yeah. But we, the bottom steps to go from the deck to the bottom landing, can't really put a ramp there because it would just, I don't.
But it's like 4 really shallow.
Yeah.
Steps.
But
it's
I gotta install a hand railing because the railing.
That's not too hard. You did the other one.
We did the other one. It's fine. So, and then, but she only wants to do one. I almost want to make her do 2, but what do I know? Because we got one there, but it's kind of like only like half, which was fine before, but now he's like a lot more.
I didn't even know that we had a handrail down there.
Yeah.
That's how little I pay attention.
Yeah.
To what's out there.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. So there's that, and I got to figure out.
Got to fix the door.
I got to fix the door.
Kevin's one of those people where you're like, oh, we got to take all the extra stuff off this computer so it'll run faster. Okay, I'll get that next week.
I can do that in the morning
when we're like right here.
I mean, you just told me that like 10 minutes.
I'm just saying it's your
right
time and go to. Yeah, okay, I'll get that on Thursday.
Well, I can't do it right now. We're recording.
When were you gonna put the lights up?
I'm gonna do that Thursday. I swear to God, that's what I'm gonna do Thursday. If it ain't, as long as it ain't raining. I mean, if it's raining, I can't do anything. I ain't fucking around with electricity while it's raining.
Well, I wouldn't want you to.
Yeah.
But that's why things don't get done because then Thursday rolls around and it comes and goes.
Yeah. Well,
how long have we been talking about fixing the door? Yeah. We talked about it when Uncle Jerry and Aunt Karen were here. And you're like, oh, I just need to get longer screws.
Yeah. Well,
it's been weeks. And he's been in and out of Home Depot many times since then.
I was in there today. I was trying to get wood, but they didn't have any.
What we need is a list.
I need a list.
A master list.
Yeah.
Of all the shit.
Because I'm not good without a list. If I'm just sitting there on my own devices, I'm like, I just wander around aimlessly.
It's pretty true.
I'm not a very efficient adult. That's all it is. I'm not.
You're a great troubleshooter at work.
Yeah.
And then that troubleshooting turns off when you're not at work.
Well, because I'm driven at work because I got somebody on my line giving me shit. I got to get them off my line so they can stop giving me shit.
Are you telling me I need to start giving you shit?
I'm saying that I need a fucking list. If you just sit there and say on like one day, hey, I need you to do this, and then don't mention it and I don't have a list saying, hey, you got to do this, this, and this.
Okay, where can we put this list?
Probably
We have
on
to
my
be
phone.
posted. No, I can't put a list on your phone
Why?
because I don't have access to
You
your
can
phone.
text me a list. You can text me all the time. There's probably an app. I bet you there's an app.
There's probably already a text in there
There's
that's got a
probably
list.
an app that we could do like a checklist where we both have.
There was that
access
app.
to
We
it.
used it for a while. It was called
With the Koozie app.
mhm,
They probably got something up there.
Cozy.
Cozy. We'll let's either get that or we'll get some new app. But there's
I'm gonna
probably an app.
Google search apps for lists that husband and wives can share. See what
If
comes
not,
up.
then we need to invent one. If I knew how to write apps, that'd be the thing I would write. So
Yeah.
So I mean, I know my brother watches Billy, and both of my brothers watch. So they're probably laughing their fucking asses
They
off.
are because they got the genes that like
Yeah, they're
drive
handy.
people to do
They're
things.
super handy folks. And Billy just redid his whole damn house.
I know.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I picked up a little bit back in the day, like when we were putting siding on the house and whatnot. But and I used to help my dad plumb, so I could do a little bit of plumbing. But I ain't fucking around with electricity. I watch Billy.
You shouldn't
get
mess
zapped.
around with electricity.
Watch my dad get zapped. So
Yeah.
fuck that.
All right, so we have a thing. I will look for an app that we can share.
Anybody got suggestions? Comment, like, share. Oh. All right.
I look like I have a brute, like right here when I smile. Is that a dimple?
It's a dimple. It's nice.
When did I get
Cute.
dimples? That just doesn't seem right.
It's because you're losing weight and now it's nice. So you're gaining.
It'll be the next thing for one of my
superpowers.
students to point out to me.
Yeah.
Because this is what I got on Friday. What's that? What's that? What's that? Like,
Well, all these
there's
imperfections
moles.
all over your body.
I was born. I wasn't born with that. That just kind of sprung up there.
Then you say your mom's a whore. So.
Hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
We had a little it was an interesting week at work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that time of year when next year's allocations come out for how many teachers are going to be on every grade level. If you don't teach, you probably don't realize this happens every year. But teachers get shifted a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so like this year you may have 5 kindergarten teachers and 6 first grade teachers, and then next year they might be like, well, you're only going to have 5 first grade teachers, and then we're going to shift one up to second grade, because if you've got a large class of kids, there's just always this shifting around. And so it's the big news when allocations come out. And if you're sitting on a grade level of 5 and next year's allocations are only 4, someone's going. And where they're going, no one knows. It's like a big game of roulette.
I'm wondering if they're expecting a surge starting next year, though, because next year you're going to be getting full tilt the Corona kids.
No, I won't. What was COVID in 2020?
2019 it started.
We went.
And they didn't lock everybody up
down in 2020. So next year will be 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
So we still have a few more years before those kids hit kindergarten. But so it was a week of speculation and anxiety and nerves and all that kind of stuff. But it worked out okay for me. So I realized I've been teaching kindergarten half of my career. Yeah. I've been teaching 24 years, 12 of them in kindergarten.
We sat and worked it out because since I've been around, when we first met, you were teaching second grade. Mm-hmm. And then when we first met, Brookwood had the original school building, which when we met, you taught in that for the last year. and then you did a year and a half in portables,
Yeah, something like that.
and then they opened up the new building. And then you went from second grade to, you did 1 year.
Second and
you
third. I
two
did 2
years
grades
in
in
the-
third, 2 years
yeah.
in third.
You did 2 years in second in the room, and then you did 1 year of third grade in a room. And then you did 1 year of third grade in a portable. Which we spent a fuck ton of money that year. We spent so much money.
I blocked it all out, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I remember
remember-
teaching second grade in the old school, and I remember teaching second grade in the new school.
Yeah.
And then I remember teaching third grade outside in portables.
Mhm.
So it was in the new school for a year, and then I was back out in a portable. Because they didn't build our school big enough.
Yeah. They goofed.
Still not big enough.
And they should be flush with cash because of the corona.
I was gonna say on the
Yeah,
counter.
have the counter, your
Uh,
grandpa's.
Oh yeah. I mean, they spent all the corona money.
Oh, well,
We all got new big screen TVs in our room. That we didn't need. But I'm also getting a raise,
there you
a
go.
nice one. So that's good news.
That is good news.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be just slightly above Joe-flation, so that'd be great.
Just wait.
Well, yeah.
The raises, our pay is going up, our insurance is not. Usually we get it like, oh, we're gonna give you a 2% pay raise, and then health insurance goes up.
3%.
Or what they said one year was our contributions to VRS, which is the retirement system,
Mhm.
had to increase. And they gave us a raise that was just enough to cover the increase on that. So you really didn't see any change in your pay. Just what was getting paid into your retirement was increasing. So this camera is so weird because it's like backwards.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to fix my hair and I can't. There I go. I can't. I'm keep going the wrong way.
Right.
It wasn't like that before.
Uh,
My hair is getting so long. Look at it.
well, you were saying that you want to try to do the Diana cut, right? So it needs to be a little.
I want
longer.
this. Yeah.
She saw a picture of Princess Di when they were flooding the airwaves with all the royal stuff from the coronation. So Charles looks like fucking ass.
It almost looked like a Monty Python skit.
Yeah,
With
he
him
looks
sitting there
so
with the
horrible.
staffs and all, like, good lord. And then the Camilla song.
Oh my god. There's videos of it, but this boys choir singing a song, and I don't know what the real words are, but it sounds like they're singing "I like vagina, Camilla." And once you hear it like that, there's no fucking way you're gonna hear it any way else.
Like that Barbie scene in the
Oh my
Toy Story
god,
movie.
yeah.
It was the first Disney film to have the F word in it.
Yeah.
Where Barbie's like ripping up Ken's stuff and he's like,
Not that fucking sure.
yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, so we got nothing else really new that I can think of.
Yeah.
Want to start this quiz?
Yep. This is
We might have already done this, so you might be really good at it.
We'll see.
Question 1. This post in my neighborhood Facebook group is getting absolutely destroyed. Lately, I've noticed that the sidewalks have been littered with acorns. As a competitive barefoot runner, I actually saw this on Facebook.
Yeah.
This makes my training sessions very difficult. I'm not sure if many of you have stepped on acorns
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
with no shoes before, but it's quite painful. So this is just a friendly reminder to please keep your sidewalks clear of any acorns or other debris that might injure those who are active members of the barefoot running community. I would hate to have to complain to the city, so I just wanted to give everyone a heads up.
Yeah.
Is that real or fake?
I think we did this and it was real, and I thought it would be fake because there's no society of barefoot.
Have we done this one? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Oh.
fake.
Maybe we didn't.
Or we did and we just don't remember.
Maybe that's it because I'm older and I can't remember shit. I got CRS.
All right, let's see. Raptors offer Kawi lettered cell phone plan with 500 megabytes of data
Yeah, we
to
did
stay
this.
in Toronto.
Yeah, we did this.
Okay, so I don't know. I looked up the fake news one and it went to all the ones we've already done. So
Oh well.
maybe there hasn't been any fake news in a while. Let's see. Can you spot the fake news headline? And the long pause while my computer works. All right, start. All right, confidence in the media is at an all-time low in what commenters are referring to as the era of post-truth reporting. The internet has changed the way we consume media for good. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Spot the fake headline. Ready?
Okay.
Slavic pensioner opens stuffed animal zoo.
Sure.
Japanese fans say Godzilla is too fat. World's first hot dog ATM opens in Malaysia. That I think is true because I think I saw it.
Yeah.
Which one of those do you think is fake?
Godzilla being too fat, that's not a thing.
So you think that's the fake one?
Yeah.
Wrong.
What?
Oh my God, the world's first. So just took me right away. I couldn't see that, but that was wrong.
Oh.
Scientists, it was the world's first hot dog vending machine, which I saw a video of a hot dog vending machine. And it wasn't working.
Well, maybe that's why it's fake, because the shit wasn't working.
I would have liked to have read it, but it just went right on to the next one. Scientists create a plant that cannot die. Scientists to create stem cell burger. Scientists create water-activated self-folding straws.
I'm going to say that the fake thing there is the plant that won't die. Because all we got to do is bring it here and we'll kill it.
We were right on that one. Trump claimed climate change was a hoax created by China. Trump campaign offered actors $50 to cheer for presidential announcement. Trump Twitter fight with former wrestler Hulk Hogan.
I don't think
fake. I don't think he paid people $50.
I don't think he would pay people either, because he honestly he wouldn't need to.
He needs to. So you want to go with that one?
Yeah.
Wrong. He did not get in a Twitter fight with Hulk Hogan. Seems like something he would do.
If you're gonna follow somebody on Twitter, though,
he paid people $50 to cheer for him. That can't be right.
But here's the thing: if you're gonna follow somebody on Twitter, follow the Iron Sheik, like the real deal Iron Sheik from what wrestling way back in the day. That dude is hilarious, and he at least once a day he's like, "Fuck Hulk Hogan." That's all he tweets. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Flood of caramel unleashed by Brazilian sugar fire.
We've
seen that's true. I saw that.
Yeah, we saw that.
Sea monster washes ashore in New Zealand. That could happen. Weatherman trapped by avalanche mid-report.
I'm gonna say if there was a weatherman that was trapped mid-report, that video would be all over the place. Sea monster in New Zealand, people fucking will believe anything out of New Zealand. So I'd say the report of getting trapped in the avalanche is fake.
You're right. North Korean cats rounded up and sent south. Kim Jong-un throws dance party to celebrate North Korea missile launch. Australian imposters play official golf tournament in North Korea.
I'm going to do the imposters playing golf. Because I'm sorry, why would anyone want to go to North Korea? There's nothing but stories about how people go to North Korea and don't come back.
So you're saying the Australian imposters?
Yeah.
No. North Korea rounded up cats and sent them south. Was the fake one?
Yeah, that's the fake. Well, they would, if they were rounding up cats, they'd need them for food. So, because communism starves people, folks.
All right, crocodile breaks loose on Qantas flight.
What?
Wombat grounds flight to Sydney. Skippy causes plane crash.
Skippy,
is that the guy that works at Walmart?
That's what I used to call people that worked at Walmart.
I could see how that guy could cause it.
One of my favorite stories ever is because I used to say Skippy all the time because the minimum wage workers were young kids at the time, and that's long gone because of minimum wage. But Kate would call somebody Skippy, and her young son was asking, "Well, who's Skippy?" And she was right there in front of Skippy. She had to try to explain it while Skippy was standing there. That struck me as hilarious.
Which one are you going with here?
I'm gonna go with Skippy causes plane to crash.
Really? You think that's a fake story?
I don't know. All right, we'll go with the The wombat sounds like that could be a thing that happens. The crocodile, we'll go with the crocodile being fake. The crocodile is a crock of shit.
The wombat thing was fake. You got 2 out of 6 right.
Jesus. Oh well.
I said, no, I guess it's not a good thing if you can't.
I mean, it's not the real stories. I mean, the
No,
real
those are just headlines. If
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Try not to pay attention to the news much anymore.
No, because they're
just
just going to straight up lie to you. I mean, the whole thing with the Hunter Biden laptop, they're actually admitting now that yeah, we faked that letter from the CIA officials because we wanted Joe Biden. They just flat out saying it now. We faked the letter so they would suppress the story so Joe Biden would get elected. I was like, well, shit, man, you're not even hiding that anymore. I'm like, all right, well, don't trust the news.
Next year's gonna be fun.
Yep. Yep.
I say we just
Vote
don't.
third party.
It was like that song that I sent you on TikTok.
Yeah.
The one they sang to the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Next week we got our doctor's visit. I'm sure we'll talk about that.
Woo! Exciting things.
Yeah.
We have no excitement in our life, really.
Yeah.
We don't do anything.
Well, if anybody's got suggestions for stuff that you want us to talk about or do and then talk about, oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Maybe we'll talk about this more.
What?
Oh, taking Tilly to the park. How much she loves going to the park.
Tilly loves to go to the park, but she doesn't like to get out of the car. She's a lot like her mommy.
Yeah.
Soon as we turn the corner into the park, she gets up, puts herself all the way out the window, sniffs. And then when we leave the park, she's back down. She doesn't like to stick her head out the window until we turn the corner to the park. And then
she smells all the smells, all the extra dogs. And the last time we were there, there was some sort of motorcycle event. There was a couple hundred motorcycles there.
Yeah. But I mean, we just lead non-interesting lives.
And there's 15 people out there that love to hear about it every other week. At least 15 people.
Have you heard rumblings or demandings of where our next episode has been?
Billy asked me about it. And I'm sure Aunt Pat's going to be happy to see this pop up in our news feed. Aunt Pat and Ann.
When school is over and I have time to actually think through topics, and when I come home from work, I mentally shut off. And I think it's because I just have 21 voices at me constantly all day long. They never ever stop.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
It never stops. And then I have one that now like rubs herself on me like a cat, and they're always in my space. And I'm just
tell you what you do when she's
one of
doing
these
that,
days. I'm just
you lay out a real good fart.
off.
I think if you lay out a good fart while she's doing that, she'll leave you alone.
No,
just drop a fart.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'm just saying, use farting as a weapon. That's a roach.
No, because that will be the thing they remember about me forever. And I'm not like you.
Fart as a weapon.
So yeah, I'm just like they've come a long way, they've learned a lot, they've blossomed, but I'm ready for them to like
that time of year, folks.
We've gone to straight bribery. I have a box full of prizes, and everyone's name gets put on the wheel 3 times in the morning. And then they can either get their name added to the wheel by doing awesome things, or if they're just not even bothering to try with any kind of self-control, they can have their name taken off the wheel. Friday, was it? God, see, I want to push this way. There we go. On Friday, one of my more challenging little ones, it was luau day, so they all had the little plastic leis, and she was not doing what she was supposed to do. So I went over and I said, you need to be over at Mrs. Wilkerson's table. And she was just like, no, I don't want to do that. And I said, well, if you're not following what you're supposed to do, I'm going to have to take your name off the prize wheel. She said, go ahead. I have a lot of prizes at home. So I was like, All right, well, I'm gonna put the sad, they have a happy face on their desk that they change. We're gonna put the straight face then. She took it from me and skipped over to her desk and switched it out and skipped back. And she had the little lei in her hand. She goes, "You can't take this away from me." And that just pushed a button in me. And I got very petty. I walked over and I said, "Oh, I can't." I just picked it up and that just, yeah. It was like, and I even said as I was walking past Robin, brace yourself, because I am about to make a point to this child that she doesn't tell me what. And so, man, screaming and yelling and throwing her Chromebook and kicking and hiding under the desks and cry. I mean, just ridiculous. All she had to do was go sit and work at a different table. Do her work with Robin rather than get on the computer with her friend that she wanted to be with her friend, but we've split them up because she's overbearing and her friend was like, "I need a break. You can't work with your friend right now. You have to be over here." And then later on that day, she put it on and she said to me, "Well, I'm wearing it now, so you can't take it." And I picked up my scissors. I did. I said, you don't think so? I picked up my scissors. I can just. I'm done.
Fuck around and find out. Bitch.
Clap back.
That's great.
What was it? You talk smack, we clap back.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. It's exhausting.
It is.
Because
especially when it's 5-year-olds.
Yes. Well, then this particular one had been gone for a week. And we knew she was going to come back having regressed. But man, it's just like, and then while you're dealing with that, all the other ones are. So I finally had to call on the radio for someone to get her because she was so disruptive. I could not even continue teaching my small group of kids. And they came and they took her for a break. And one of the boys sitting at the table said, "Do you like this room better when she's not here?"
Yeah, I do.
And I said, "I like it better when she's here doing what she's supposed to do."
Yeah, that's the bullshit answer. That's the bullshit answer.
Yeah, it's just, it wears on you after a little while. You just get like, oh my God, don't say my name anymore, because I have 5 or 6 that require constant feedback.
And that's why we've been gone, folks.
And they swarm.
But we'll try to get back on track. You guys give us
I only have 5 weeks of school left. So when the summer comes and I have more time to actually put into thoughtful content, then maybe we'll try and change things up a little bit.
And again, we're open to suggestions. Like, comment, share, comment on what you want if you want us to do something, play a game, whatever you want. We're accommodating.
Like the rest of it, I just do what everyone tells me to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.